Hello, everybody. I just got back a few hours ago. I would say around 2 o'clock hour, close to three, from seeing Fantastic Four, and I got treated to a movie by my nephew. He drove us there. He had just gotten his license, like I want to say either earlier in the year or last year or something, but recently he got his license recently, and he treated for me and my sister to. It was originally just going to be me and him, but I guess my sister figured, you know, remember I think I brought this up in a video where I kind of have a thing with going to the movies with anybody, even a family member who just got their license. I mean, in the past I was more adventurous and would do it. Like I used to drive everywhere with my sisters and stuff. But as I'm getting older and my anxieties are getting worse, I try to not get in cars with young drivers. But I said, what the heck, why not try it? And my sister said, hey, what if I come? Would that make it better? Would that make it like so? It would, so I said, okay, if you want to come, that's fine. So we all three went, and our movie was at 11 o'clock, and we left a little after 10. I got up at 7 o'clock this morning. I like to get up early, get ready, lounge around a little, have breakfast, whatnot. So we got there with about a half hour to spare. Traffic was kind of much, but it wasn't that bad. Mostly trucks on the road and stuff. So we get there, and my nephew, I thought he had paid for the tickets ahead of time, but he said they were too expensive to buy online. He said that they're cheaper to get in person, and they're still super expensive to get for three people on a Friday. See, Tuesday's the discount day. That's the day when you go, and I'm going to take my dad to see the same movie, The Fantastic Four, on Tuesday, because I'm going to treat him. I'm going to, pay it forward, so to speak. I don't know if that's paying it forward, but you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? Yeah, that old saying. Yeah. So let me just get to it. It was awesome. The Fantastic Four. It was like no Marvel movie I have seen before. The whole aesthetic of it. It was supposed to be a alternate Earth. New York looked like New York from the 1960s, yet they had technology and flying cars. That whole thing was really, really cool. There was a whole science thing going on with interdimensions, and what's his name? Reed? Is it Richard Reed? Something Reed? The guy played by Pedro Pascal? He was trying to figure out a way to go from dimension to dimension, and they were fighting this guy. What's his name? Galacticus or something, or Galactus. And there was a female Silver Surfer. Don't know if she was in the comics. I thought all the characters, including Pedro Pascal, I mean, you knew he was going to be good. He's a great actor. But all the actors and actresses and everybody was wonderful in this movie. Spoiler. If you don't want to hear spoilers, please go somewhere else. Like in Superman, how you had Krypto the dog as the main, gimmick of the movie, so to speak, but it really was something that got you excited, and it really worked. Their baby was the thing of this movie. It was so cute and adorable, and I heard people complaining, oh, it's CGI. Well, they had to do some scenes in some kind of a CGI way. You couldn't do certain things with the baby. But I agree with my sister. The baby was where it's at. So cute. And, not to give too much away, I'll give it away. I'll just say it. Again, this is a spoiler. If you don't want to hear it, turn it off. Basically, the crux of the movie is that this Galactus, or Galacticus, whatever his name is, who's as big as a building, who eats planets. He needs something to curb him from having to eat planets for the rest of his life. And the two main characters who have a baby, their baby has some kind of power that can sustain him, so he doesn't have to. So he makes him a deal. He says, "I won't destroy Earth if you give me your baby." I mean, who's gonna do that? Who would do that? So they obviously don't do it. And they devise this plan once they get to Earth. I'm not telling you the whole thing. I'm just like giving like a Cliff Notes thing. And they kick him into another dimension. And actually, the Silver Surfer character, the whatever her name is, the female Silver Surfer, who is kind of a bad character actually in this, but what's his name? The blonde guy, the fiery guy. He basically falls in love with her, so to speak, and gets her to do the right thing in the end, and she helps push him into the other, not dimension, but to push him over to another galaxy or something. So I'm sure he's gonna come back. I mean, just like other bad characters that come back in Marvel, I'm sure Galactus is gonna come back, and he's gonna be a baddie in future films because they're just pushing him to another galaxy. He could just find his way back. He's like sort of has magical powers or superpowers or something. He's like older than the universe or something, or older than their universe. So one thing that I really found really cool, the Rock Guy, whatever his name is, he was either wearing a fedora, like an old-fashioned fedora in the film, or he was wearing a Brooklyn Dodgers hat. I thought that was cool. So like all the same things we have in our world, they have in theirs. It's just a different dimension, so maybe it's slightly different. They probably have the New York Yankees and all that stuff, but maybe in that universe, the Yankees aren't the big bad, winning team that wins all the time. Maybe, or in that century, in the 20th century. They even mentioned Archimedes, which in another Disney film, they mentioned Archimedes, Indiana Jones and a Dial of Destiny, which I thought was a really, really, really good film as well. But let's not get into that, although I will say Phoebe Waller-Bridge was really good in that. I really liked her in that. She's in a really cool TV show, too, that you could, I think, watch on Prime. I think it's on Prime. I forget the name of it. But she's on a really good show there. So, yeah, they're basically in a dimension, but a different dimension, but there's a lot of similar, if not the same things that we have in our world. So, I'm sure Elvis exists. I'm sure the Beatles exist, maybe. But maybe they're different. Maybe it's a different thing. Maybe in their universe, Ringo isn't the drummer. It's Pete Best. Who knows? Who the heck knows? But it was super cool. The aesthetic of the film, the feel of the film, everything about the film was just really good. I really liked it. It was just... I went away from this, honestly, and I've liked just about every Marvel film. I'm a homer. I liked them all. I think my least favorite Marvel film was probably Ant-Man 2, but I've liked them all. But this is probably my favorite, my all-time favorite Marvel film, MCU film. Maybe even ahead of the Spider-Man films. We'll see if they make more films and stuff. We'll see how that holds up. But anyway, really good film. If I had to rate it out of a 10, I'd give it a 9.5. So anyway, that's gonna be it, guys. Have a great day. Be super, people, and may the force be with you.